Hello everyone and welcome back to Nitro Cubing. Today I'm going to be showing you how to solve the Megaminx Rubik's Cube for beginners. So let's get into it. First, before we start, I recommend you already know how to solve a 3x3 and know how to do F2L. If you don't, then just go to my channel page, you'll find it there. I only have like 50 videos. Now, before you start, I recommend you do a scramble. There's no notations for it. Just do it's just some random hand scramble because this much of the cube is intuitive. So let's get into it. With gray top and orange front, just do this. Can you see how I rotate it like that? And then we're going to rotate like that again. So now we're facing green top, cream front. B2. Okay, now the first step in solving the Megaminx is to solve the star. So it's kind of like solving the cross on the 3x3, but with more pieces. For example, we can bring this blue in. And then what's next? Yellow. Then we can bring this blue in. This is red, not blue actually. Green. And then purple. The more you experiment with the star, the more efficient ways you will find. So experiment. The next step is the first two layers. So all of these slots over here. So you should already know F2L from 3x3. So I'm just going to show an example. For example, for the green and red, we already have the corner piece, so we can insert this edge piece like that. Then we have a free pair. Then this F2L pair, if you remember the algorithm for 3x3. And then this one, we have the corner solve, so just put the edge in. And we have this one. Now that you've gotten all slots in, here's where it gets complex. You're going to solve all of these pieces at once, which is called S2L or second two layers. Now the first step is to make the yellow star intuitively. For example, I know if I bring this piece down and do an F2, I know that this cross piece will be inserted. Then I can do the same thing with that. And now I have the yellow star. The next step is to get these 3 F2L slots in. You're just gonna do it like F2L, except it's S2L. I can see that this is the corner that has to go in, and the edge is purple and orange. So we can find that, and it's here. And then we can do the F2L. Same thing with this. And now you have yellow. Now you're just going to keep rotating anti-clockwise and doing the rest of the cube. So finish off the blue star. Then do one of these S2L slots. Just do it like you do F2L on 3x3 or like actual F2L of Megaminx. Now we have that part. And then we'll look at the next piece. Where is it? Down here. And then pair them up and insert them. And then you're going to keep rotating around the cube until you get to your last side. So I'm going to show what that looks like in a quick second here. When you're going to do your last side, it's slightly hard to do it. You still can, but the reason why it's so much harder is that you don't have any more open slots. So you can still use this technique, but you can't use any F2L cases that do like you can't have both pieces in any of these positions. And then after that is just the rest of these S2L slots. And there, you're done what is called the second two layers. The next step is for the last layer. To do the last layer in 4 algorithms. So, you're mainly just going to use this algorithm, which solves a little. The first step is to get a star, and you have this little line with another edge piece. Don't hold it like this, or this, or this, or this, but like this. Do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, snap the F prime. Sometimes you might get this case, which is a triangle. These 3 edges are solved and these 2 aren't. Don't keep it like this or this, but in the top left, you could say. Just do this algorithm twice. And the final case is where you have a dot and 1 edge piece solved. To be honest, you just do one of the algorithms and then get whatever case comes up. The next step is to solve the gray side. Now you're going to do this with a 4-move algorithm. First, you're going to keep gray on the bottom. And to this position, pick an unsolved gray piece. Then you're going to keep doing R, U, R prime, U prime, or a righty move until it gets solved. Then keep doing D moves until you once again get one of these unsolved corners. Then just keep doing righty moves until that piece is solved. I'm going to be showing one more example. We keep gray on the bottom. In this position, we already have an unsolved one. So you can keep doing righty moves until it's solved. Then we move over to the next one, move over to the next one, and move over to the next one. The next step is to get all the edges in the right places. So there are a few cases for this. First, you're going to find an edge piece and keep doing U moves until it's matched with center. If you see that it's the only one matching, then try with a different one. So this case is where you have these 2 solved. If you have these 2 solved, keep them on the left and front and see these 3 pieces. Are they going clockwise? If they do, then you do this algorithm called the J perm or the JB, which goes like this: R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2 prime, U prime, R prime, and you do not need to do that extra U prime. But if they're going anti-clockwise, then you actually move to having them one in the front and one in the right, and then just do the Y perm. F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. There are a few more cases. The next case is where you have adjacent solved pieces like this. For both cases, you're going to keep one on the front and one on the back right like this. Not like this or this, but like this. And if these 3 pieces are cycling clockwise, then you do this algorithm. R2, U2 prime double flick, R2 prime, U prime, R2, U2 prime, R2 prime. But if they're going anti-clockwise, then you just do the T perm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2. U prime, R prime, R prime, U prime, R... You get it. Now, the step after this is to solve all of the corners. So you're going to take an unsolved corner in this position and do R, U, R prime. This has pink and green. Now we're going to keep doing D moves until these 2 edges are pink and green. Then we insert this corner in, and then we insert this corner into the right place, which is orange and blue. Sometimes you might get this case where this is not a gray piece. So then you're just going to put it in any position like that one and then move on. And that one. And your one move off. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, save, and 89.1% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed to this channel. It's easy, it's free, just hit it. Bye. And also stop making my cubes disappear.